Hi everyone, Bruce Morris from the Tab Group here. Welcome to Sibos 2023, Day 2. We are very fortunate to have Michael Shaulov, CEO of Fireblocks, join us on TabbFORUM. Hey Michael.
Bruce, thanks for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. So Michael, just to get us started, why don't you share with our viewers some of the trends that you're seeing in the marketplace today, whether it be regulatory trends or technology trends that's impacting the business?
Yeah, sure. So as Fireblocks, we basically play in the digital asset space, right? So I think this is kind of the frame of reference. And there are basically a couple of interesting trends that we are seeing right now where the market started to shift much more into the tokenized assets, right? And most of the financial institutions are now much more interested in the underlying crypto rails, right? And what you can do with blockchain rather than, maybe what was going on in 2021, 2022, right? Where people were really interested in crypto, which was kind of the value, right? Bitcoin and so on. So they're really interested in basically tokenizing existing assets. And what we're seeing over there is that really the stablecoin use case of tokenized money, tokenized deposits is emerging, and we're seeing a lot of the big players coming in to play in the market, whether this is PayPal with the recent launch of the PYUSD. We've seen Visa and WorldPay and some of the large payment processors are starting to use it for cross-border value transfer. And from a regulatory standpoint, we're really starting to see support around jurisdictions like Singapore and Japan and Europe, which basically created the right frameworks to issue stablecoin and use them as part of regular payment flows. And that by itself is sort of underpins the tokenization of other assets like money market funds that now becoming extremely important, because once you have stable coins in the flow, you can subscribe and redeem into money market funds in real time, off hours, and start generating interest right on that. And on top of that, clearly other types of security, bonds, real estate. What else we're seeing over there? And there are also some very alternative investments like carbon credit, green bonds, and so on.
Great, thanks for sharing. So let's pivot and talk about how Fireblocks is supporting the industry vis-a-vis these trends.
Yeah, so our goal from the very beginning, or our mission, was always to provide secure, simple to use, simple to integrate, highly transactional infrastructure to support digital assets and to make it accessible for every business and every financial institution, right? What we effectively doing is we're providing, I would say, 3 parts of the value chain that is required from a technology standpoint for all those financial institutions to participate. The first one is a very robust and scalable wallet infrastructure where our clients are able to custody and hold those assets. We are not the custodian, they are the custodian, or their customers are the custodian with a new product that we recently launched. And that's the first part. The second part is the ability to seamlessly transfer it between the different, both transfer and discover other counterparties that you can do business with through the Fireblocks network. And then the third pillar, which we've been working on quite aggressively in the last couple of months, maybe 12 months or so, is the tokenization layer, which allows them to issue and manage the entire life cycle of the asset. Now our offering supports both public blockchains, where clearly there is a lot of emphasis around security and compliance and things that we've kind of built into our infrastructure from the very beginning. And but we also support permission network and private network, so we can take customers through the entire life cycle, essentially some kind of crawl, walk, run approach, that they don't need to go full in to completely Ethereum-based assets. They can start with private and permission blockchains, then they can basically move into the public blockchains, and we can instrument all that for them.
Perfect. Well, Michael, thanks for spending time with us and sharing your insights with TabbFORUM.
Thanks so much for having me.